guys, what's up? Troll Pal CHH here. We're going to talk about some physical media stuff coming up and some stuff that I pray is going to come to fruition. Stuff that is super exciting. Hasn't it been a pretty damn good year for physical media? I really feel like this year's been solid as a rock. But let's get started, guys. Be sure to drop a like on this video if you like these kinds of videos, of course. All right, so we're over at the Disc Father, per usual. We look at the Disc Father, we look at Dawn of the Discs. Now, he's showing that on here, he's saying that there's going to be a 2024 release date of Aliens on 4K next year. Now, this makes sense because, number one, we did get Alien on 4K, which is a great 4K. And if you guys notice, Disney is all of a sudden, they're like, we got the wind of, Disney kind of like ditching some physical media in Australia, and everybody's just like, what the hell? But now look, all of a sudden, they're pumping out 4Ks now in America, and they're putting stuff that was exclusive to their streaming site on physical media. So, and then we got, of course, the stuff that there is under their umbrella, like Prey, coming out in 4K. This is not only believable, but it's just like finally, so it'll be nice to get Aliens. Now, the word is somebody did an interview. Somebody got to talk to. There was like this video I saw on Twitter of this guy who's like a liaison to James Cameron. And the guy straight up, as a video, he goes, hey, man, when are we going to get 4Ks of a lot of James's movies? And then the guy looks at him and goes, soon. And he goes, well, when? He just goes, soon. So that led me to believe that maybe this has already been, the 4K has been approved by James. It's just they got to get the release dates in place. So we got Alien coming up. We talked about this in the short. This just makes sense, a 4K of A Nightmare on Elm Street hitting next year. It's the 40th anniversary for the original film. It's about time. It's not good enough, but at least we're getting that next year. It'll probably be sometime in the summer next year, which is just like, oh, God. Now we got to wait for that. But, that just makes sense that Elm Street would get a 4K plus a Steelbook next year. That's what this is saying. We'll see. We're definitely getting a release next year. And if we don't kiss Elm Street goodbye, like, that's all I'm saying. Just kiss it goodbye. If we don't get something for the 40th anniversary next year, it's like, for F's sake, man. Now we have to worry is how good is the transfer going to be on something like that? You'd have to imagine it's going to be good, but I don't know. Who knows, guys? Who freaking knows? But yeah, that's tentative for next year. So I know some of this stuff is just way too far in advance. I know. We have a lot of new stuff to talk about. Now, here's something I'm really excited about. This is interesting. So we're getting a Tremors 2 4K. But here's the thing. You can get Tremors, a collection for Blu-ray chunky box. You get a 4K chunky box, and you can get a website-exclusive chunky box. Now, this is interesting. So you see right there, there's three. So one of those, the two green ones, all three of them are part 2. Now, the two green ones, one of them is the 4K edition, and the other one is the Blu-ray edition. Now, I actually got the Blu-ray edition of Tremors 2 chunky box, so I'm thinking of actually just getting the Blu-ray of Tremors 2 as well, chunky box, to go with my Tremors 1 Blu-ray chunky box I got. But I might get the 4K. I might get the 4K. I don't know. I'm a big fan of Tremors 2. It's actually a really good sequel. It's crazy. I didn't realize that these movies, the first movie didn't do too good at the box office, but, this was such a big deal at the time on rentals that they were like, oh, God, we made millions on rentals. We got to do a sequel. But anyway, let me explain something to you guys. If you want the green version, just go on Amazon and pre-order what you want to pre-order. If you happen to say, okay, my OCD really wants me to have the orange version of Tremors 2 the same way my part 1 is, that's a website exclusive. All right. So if you want to get the orange version, that is an Arrow website exclusive. You got to get it straight from them. But I think a lot of people probably going to be like, oh, no, the green's kind of cool. So Tremors 2 Aftershock. There you go. And Canadian folks, you cannot get the website exclusive. You got to get the green. And then there's this Barbarella, and then the Coffin Joe box set. A lot of people have told me, Christian, you need this. It comes with a lot of movies. So I think I'm going to check into this Coffin Joe box set. I got to do a little research because I don't know much about this down here, but it is a very, very, very big box set. So I'm very interested into what that is. I'm going to do some research, but people have told me, Christian, do not sleep on that. So I'm going to listen to my audience, and I'm not going to sleep on it. This is actually pretty cool. We're getting a 4K of the 1998 Godzilla Steelbook. Now, this movie already has a 4K, but Sony is doing a Steelbook. I did not pick up the 4K yet, so the fact that I didn't gives me a lot more incentive to want to grab the 98 Steelbook. I mean, look, I grew up with this film, and I loved it as a kid. As an adult, I'm just like, wow. Toho approved that look of Godzilla, and you got to think that it was probably calculated. Like, hey, we'll let them do Godzilla, but the farther away they make it look from, our version, the Toho version, the better. Maybe they wanted to have some sort of a distance, But I mean, I always have a little bit of nostalgia for this because, like, if you were alive during the time, man, when this movie was coming out, it was massive. There were Taco Bell toys. I remember getting it was a fun time, and the toys at like Toys R Us and stuff was insane. So I'll probably get the Steelbook that comes out on 10/10. In a shocking turn of events, we're getting another 10/10 release, a Walmart exclusive Steelbook for Terrifier 2. Now, yeah, you're probably saying to yourself, wait a minute, didn't they already have a Steelbook? Well, apparently this movie is selling so well that they're like, okay, let's do another one. And honestly, I'm kind of glad that I didn't grab the Steelbook the first time because I think this is fantastic. This is like a Fright Rags t-shirt cover, and I really like it. So, even the inside art, you've got Lauren Lavera, is that her name, on the one side, and you got that creepy kid on the left side. Horror Hound 65 says it best. Why does this artwork have to be so badass? October's already expensive enough. I know, but you got to get that. That's way too cool. You got to get that. So that's coming out on 10/10. Very exciting stuff. I don't know what this is. Horror Vibes Coffee. Official Saw X Coffee. I don't know where you can get that, but it's cool. This is interesting. Now, the Disc Father is saying that we're supposed to be getting a 4K of Stephen King's It, the miniseries from Tommy Lee Wallace. Now, this makes sense, right? Even though it was made for TV, it was shot on 35 millimeter film. This is a Hush release date in a Hush studio. Maybe this is getting a release from a boutique label, guys. But that'll be interesting to see this in 4K. Very, very interesting. And it'd be nice if they put the deleted scenes back in. But the It 1990 version never really goes away, even after the remake stuff came out. The 1990 version, it's still got such this massive fan base, and we got the documentary that just came out, Pennywise's Story of It, which I think kind of revitalized the series in a sense too, because that documentary was so good and got people interested in it again. So that would be exciting. We don't know information on that yet, but hopefully we find out something soon because that's really cool. This is really cool. Second Sight announced this. I am gonna get this. This is the Ginger Snaps trilogy. Second Sight Films, guys. I did a review on their May release not long ago, and they are an incredible company. Their releases are second to none. Now here's the question: why is this not getting a 4K? There's a chance that the negative may not exist, or maybe they have to work with the inner positive, or maybe it's just I didn't realize this, but I think that there are licensing deals that are made to release films. Now they may not be able to have a license deal to do a 4K and Blu-rays in one set. It may not be. It gets complicated, guys. So this is a Ginger Snaps trilogy from Second Sight. If I get this, maybe I'll call it right there. And if they do a 4K of the first movie after that, I won't get it because I don't own parts 2 or 3. I don't own them. So this makes sense for me. And again, guys, be region free because Second Sight Films is an incredible company. This comes out on 10/30, so I will be pre-ordering that without question. It's incredible. Now this, I pray to God this is real. Again, Texas Chainsaw 2003 is supposed to be getting a 4K release with a Hush release date and a Hush studio date. I mean, This sounds like it could be a November or December release, if you ask me. It'll be interesting to see if some of these titles get boutique releases. I think we may be at that threshold, guys. I think we may be getting there. I think if Scream Factory does it, they could do a good job. I think it could happen. We'll see. These Platinum Dunes movies, it'll be interesting to see what's what. So, um, yeah, I mean, that'll be really cool if Texas Chainsaw gets a 4K this year, end of this year. That'd be great. And this, I think, was listed on the Bull Moose website, and those guys are notorious for accidentally posting all their listings super, super early. But look at this. We're getting Tales from the Darkside on 4K, which is one of my favorites, if not my all-time favorite anthology horror film. And these are November titles, I believe, guys. And then Silver Bullet is getting a 4K, which I think a lot of people are happy about. A lot of people love this damn movie, Silver Bullet, and I get it. It's incredible. So, I think this was the Bull Moose listings, but incredible. I'm so happy about these two upgrades. Tales from the Dark Side is a movie I'll gladly buy 1,000 times over. I love it. I still think it's as good as Creepshow or Creepshow 2. And Silver Bullet is a Stephen King classic. So, I mean, that's incredible news. So, for a lot of people, I'm telling you, if you've never seen Tales from the Dark Side, not only do I need you to get this, I need you to thank me after you see it and say, "I'm so sorry, Christian. I'll never disrespect you like that again," and not watch the greatest horror anthology film ever. I love that movie. I'm kidding. But yeah, guys, so that's where we're at. A lot of big news, a lot of crazy, stuff going on, and I'm all for it. I'm all for it. So, keep those wallets ready, guys. Don't forget, in October we got Pumpkinhead. We've got the Night of the Demon films. It's just going to be nuts. It's going to be nuts, and I'm not going to get any of those bundles. I'm not going to do it. I don't need to get those early. I'm blessed that I've cultivated enough of a following, I feel, where I don't need to be part of a rat race with reviewing those titles. I've been on YouTube for a long time. I probably should be well more ahead than I am, but I worked hard and I'm grateful to be where I'm at. So I will get those from Amazon and I will review them when I get them. So be ready for the Night of the Demons 1, 2, and 3. Pumpkinhead. I can't wait. I love Pumpkinhead. Don't sleep on Pumpkinhead. So get ready, guys. All that stuff should be on Amazon already or Best Buy, all that stuff. So thank you guys for watching this video. It's your old pal CHH. Have a great day. Great physical media is coming. Huge, giant thank you to all of my Patreon supporters. Without you guys, this would not be possible. To get behind-the-scenes photos, videos, music, private live streams, and much more, you can subscribe to my Patreon for as little as $1 a month. Thank you to my patrons.